is improving internal audit system in the National Guard of Ukraine in compliance with the current European standards. Our guests are Refsgaard, Senior IT Project Manager, Minister of Defense of Denmark, also Volodymyr Grabchak, Department of International Cooperation of National Guard of Ukraine, and Colonel Sergiy Matuzka, Head of the National Guard of Ukraine Internal Audit Department. Good afternoon, dear friends, and I give the floor to Volodymyr Grabchak. Good afternoon, everyone. We represent the National Guard of Ukraine Head Department, and I would like to say that National Guard is a new structure. That's why from the very start we try to introduce best European practices. And one of the main tasks given by the commander is to improve the system of counteraction of any corruption and counteract corruption at different levels. That's why our department continue to work on development of programs and also cooperation with the different organizations to bring the activity of National Guard to modern international standards. As of today, the National Guard of Ukraine continues its cooperation with NATO in order to train our servicemen appropriately and in order to introduce better management schemes. And according to the program of 2016, we started cooperation with the Baltic and Scandinavian Program of Health, NBP. So 8 countries are participating: Denmark, Estonia, Finland, Iceland, Lithuania, Latvia, Switzerland, Sweden. And also they established this program in order to cooperate, and in 2015 a declaration was signed and the statute also was established. One of the main tasks of this program is the improvement of the system of internal audit and the system of counteracting corruption by introducing appropriate IT equipment and software. For us, this cooperation is very important, and due to this program, we will try, and we try, to modernize existing system of internal audit. That is the main component to counteract and fight corruption. National Guard is a transparent, modern organization that tries to act according to modern international standards, and due to the activity and cooperation with this program, we see opportunities to introduce modern system of internal audit and to fight corruption. As of today, we have a representative of the Defense Ministry of Denmark with whom we cooperate and who helps us to create long-time project of cooperation in this area. And I would like to give the floor to Mr. Refsgaard, who is going to tell us about the aims, the goals of the activity and MBMP program regarding help to the National Guard of Ukraine. Thank you, and Mr. Refsgaard is given the floor.
Nordic Baltic Assistance Program. And on behalf of the Nordic Baltic Assistance Program, I would like to say, first of all, it has been a pleasure to visit the National Guard of Ukraine. They have done marvelous steps to avoid fraud and corruption. And that's actually the reason that we still, from the Nordic Baltic Assistance Program, would like to support in that area. I can see during the visit in early April and the discussion we have had back in October 2015, and now also during this visit with the National Guard of Ukraine, that there is the willingness, there is the goodwill, there is the right intention to avoid fraud and corruption. And that's the first step, and that's the first most important step. From the Nordic Baltic Assistance Program, meaning the Nordic countries and the Baltic countries, we would very much like to support the vision to avoid fraud and corruption during having some seminars, education, visit, sharing experience inside the auditor's area of responsibility. And as a tool to make the auditing and to avoid the fraud and corruption, we will support as much as possible inside the ICT area, because we see the ICT as a tool for the auditors to make online auditing all the time without traveling too much. I see also during this visit that the National Guard of Ukraine have changed the organization structure so they are able to do that online. They have already the vision of the wide area network and the local network, which is an, let us say, needed part of online auditors. Also, when we are talking about the online auditing, making the auditing more transparency. So it's not only something which can be hidden in a paper or destroyed when you destroy the paper, because it's already in the server and it's not able to destroy it because there is always a backup system for that. So again, our intention from the Nordic Baltic countries and the NBAP program is supporting as much as possible inside the education, training, sharing information, experience inside the auditors area and inside the ICT area. Talking about the ICT, we really hope that we also will be able to support in, let us say, supporting with buying some equipment for the tools of auditing. And that is the big issue for my visit this time. Anyhow, what I have seen until now is the very, very good willingness for the National Guard of Ukraine to develop and to avoid fraud and corruption. And I will say very, very much thank you for your big work on that area until now. Looking forward for the further cooperation. Thank you.
As the final user, the main final user of this system is the internal audit unit, and its head, Sergiy Matuzka, will tell us his report now. The Chief Commander of National Guard of Ukraine set the main goal to prevent corruption and to combat corruption in the National Guard of Ukraine. Efficient audits could be possible only if informational technologies are state of the art, because they are the tools that help to build transparent systems of procurement. We are very glad to be a part of this Scandinavian Nordic Baltic program. where in online mode we can manage risks and prevent violations of regulations and standards, and we will be able to influence economic operations and prevent corruption. In fact, we talked with Mr. Refsgaard today about the procurements in the National Guard. Mr. Kurt provided us knowledge about the similar system in Denmark, how it works, how can we modernize, improve and upgrade our procurement system, not only for audits, but also for managers in general, decreasing the cost of audits, improving the results of audits, and preventing frauds and corruption. So, using our achievements and European best practices of audit activities, we can efficiently counteract corruption and improve performance and save budget funds. Thank you.
Thank you for this opportunity to speak. And I would like to say that this work is really important and it is time-consuming. It is impossible to do it quickly and to create this active system. That's why we go step by step and we try to establish this system and introduce it through the program in BNP, and to prepare our personnel that will work in this area. And envisaged is the training of personnel in different areas, and the system will include the information databases and also personnel data and also logistics. So medicine is also included. So all the components of the activity of the National Guard with the opportunity of access through computers, they can monitor this activity. And we hope that this system will be introduced, it will be active, and the National Guard, due to the help and support of BNP program, will go back to a new level in order to actively fight corruption and to eradicate corruption. Thank you very much, Volodymyr. Thank you, dear colleagues. Maybe there are some questions or comments. If there are no questions, we end our press conference. If you want to speak off records, please do. Thank you very much for coming. Till the next time, goodbye. Thank you.